What's happening? It's your boy Fredo Bang. Shout out to the 100 Mob. You checking in the Real Field TV right now, live in action. Let's go.
What it is, the Booster Boy, but we standing in with the 100 Mob. You ain't rolling with the Real Field TV, you getting rolled over. That's how that's going.
You already know what it is. Shout out to Dope Duty, Pritchard, Alabama. Big Dope. You already know what it is because you already know that what your homeboys is on. You already know what it is. So we want to shout him out and we're going to community tab and we're going to drop the link below, nigga. We got to get into some real, nigga. Breaking news just came across the desk. You already know what it is. You already know NBA Youngboy. He doing this tour. Now, we done seen almost every NBA member around him, you know what I'm saying, up on tour. The ones that could be there, the ones that's still good, the ones that didn't do no, backdoor type stuff, said to be. And it's some, that we don't see around no more. You know what I'm saying? Now, I just want to say this, man. Now, all of this, I'm going to say alleged, you know what I'm saying? Just so, niggas won't get up on my back about it, you know what I'm saying? But YB behind a lot of difficulties with, certain people he been bringing on tour, you know what I'm saying? And it's the ones, surprisingly, that you wouldn't think that he would have a problem out of, you know what I'm saying? And, it's said to be Ben10 and OG 3Three. You understand what I'm saying? Now, it's said that they allegedly keep getting into it with YB for different things, whether it's them wandering off from the tour, getting into things they self, and then YB telling them to cool it out, then they getting into it. So it done got to a point where YB team don't want Ben10 or OG 3Three around right now. Now, I don't know how permanent this gonna be. I don't know where this gonna go, but at the time, this is why, OG 3Three couldn't get access to the NOLA, you know what I'm saying, show, you know what I'm saying, on the second night, you know what I'm saying, because we see how this head went and we see where it's going, you know what I'm saying, because of the alleged things that OG 3Three is doing out there, you know what I'm saying, and Ben10, you know what I'm saying, them niggas is turning up a little bit too much in ways that, you know what I'm saying, could derail the tour, I think, you know what I'm saying. Now, I don't know if it's, no beef with, all three of them, you know how homeboys get into it on tour, you got to keep niggas in line, but, what's so crazy about it is, that OG 3Three name came up in it because OG 3Three is usually the mediator, the one with the level head. And, we don't know what really got into him up on tour to the point to make him turn up like that. You know what I'm saying? You would think Lil Tim, a D-Dog would be the ones that, creating the most, noise as far as, pouncing on people and things of that nature. But it ain't them, you know what I'm saying? It's said to be Ben10, you know what I'm saying? That's why you don't see Ben10, you know what I'm saying, on stage, you know what I'm saying? And, niggas couldn't get access to that second show. Now, I don't know if this gonna be the duration of the tour, you know what I mean? But as of right now, this is why you didn't see niggas up on stage up on the second night, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas couldn't get access backstage neither. So it's like, it's at the point where niggas don't want niggas around, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to put this out because it's so pivotal to put it out because it's like we see how the tour going, we need everybody there. It's a lot of niggas that's gonna say Baby Joe should have been there, you know what I'm saying? Even BBGD, you know what I mean? Everybody that really took scars and really took, pressure behind this 4K Trey name and this nigga top, man. It is what it is. How I feel on the inside. It's supposed to be a lot of niggas there, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, where bridges is burnt, you can't walk back, cross them really. And you'll never know how YB feel, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, Ben10, he probably got too turned up out there because of the simple fact that he missed NBA Youngboy so much that, you know what I'm saying, now they got the whole team back around each other, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He done had his own stipulations, you know what I mean, where they couldn't even be around each other. OG 3Three did as well. It's a lot of stuff going on case-wise, and now that all that out the way and everybody back around each other, you know what I'm saying, niggas get the feeling like how they felt back when they first started. And that's going to create problems. That's going to create things where, niggas going to catch charges, and it's going to derail the tour, man. That's going to end up having to get bonded out. I don't know if it's allegedly them niggas is sneaking off tour, doing things in the streets, you know what I'm saying, that may warrant their safety or anything, you know what I'm saying? But OG 3Three been chilling. filling out the NO for a long time by itself. So it is what it is. I don't know what niggas talking about, but this all is alleged, I'ma say, you know what I'm saying, just to cover myself, nigga. But, you know what I'm saying, I heard it from a notable source that Ben10 and OG 3Three, they can't be around right now because of things that's surfacing and the way things is going, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we got to take this tour serious because it is one of the biggest tours, man, when you talk about it. You know what I mean? 50 Cent had the second biggest grossing tour, you know what I mean? NBA Youngboy might very well have the biggest grossing tour, you know what I mean, ever. You know what I'm saying? There's others that's up on that list, but this one right here is one that, you know, niggas need to rake all the money they can in. Atlanta done already pulled out. Chicago, they done already pulled out. And it is what it is, man. If I was NBA Youngboy team and I really wanted it to go down, I would just throw my own show. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, rent my own venue out so they could come and I could still rock for them. You know what I mean? But like I say, where there's stuff and drama going on, safety is an issue. But Ben10 right now, we talking about him because, like I said, he one of the wildest ones, man. When you get him out up on the road and you get him out there, I mean, niggas is saying that, you know what I mean, he out of pocket. And NBA Youngboy had to check him on various occasions, man. You know what I mean? And NBA Youngboy don't have no problem doing that. You already know Ben10 already said him and NBA Youngboy done fought back in the day like brothers do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure all of them probably done rumbled before, you know what I'm saying? Because they say YB stay going in somebody's mouth. You understand what I'm talking about? Pause. And that's real talk. You know what I mean? And that's for niggas getting out of line. He's supposed to be the general, so he gonna do so. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? We hope to see OG 3Three. We hope to see Ben10. We hope to see all these niggas back up on stage. But if it don't happen, it's only for, you know what I mean, the tour's benefit. It ain't because it's no real beef. It could be, because I don't really know what them niggas getting into it about. You know what I'm saying? I know what's being said, but it's always more layers to the story as you go on because you don't know what niggas is really doing and if niggas is telling the whole entire story, because I didn't even get the whole entire story. But the nigga I got it from is around. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. It's like it's too much going on. You know what I mean? If NBA Youngboy come out victorious for this tour, you know, as far as the highest grossing, you know, niggas want Ben10 and OG 3Three to be a part of that. But if they can't be a part of that, we understand why they can't be a part of that. It's just some things that, you know, it's business first. You know what I mean? It really ain't no bad, you know what I mean, situation. But like I said, niggas got to get their mind right so they can get their money the way they got to get it, man. NBA Youngboy got something on the line that he could lose. And when you got Ben10 up in the crowd all on camera, you know what I mean, we see, you know what I mean, he popping them irks. You understand what I'm saying? That's something that we seeing on camera already. So they give you an idea of what I'm saying allegedly could be true, bro, because the nigga been doing the most, you know what I'm saying? You know NBA Youngboy can't be around none of that nigga, you know what I'm saying? And that's why the team maybe don't want him around as well, because we see him on camera with Lil Tim and everything, popping yerks, you understand, letting them, you know what I'm saying, dissolve. You know what I mean? All kind of stuff, man. He tripping. You understand what I'm talking about? So at the end of the day, man, y'all getting them comments, man. Y'all let me know how this gonna play out, man. And I hope it go a good route, man. I'm OLTP, man. I'm out like tight pants, nigga.